So, what are we doing tomorrow?
We are back on the road again. We are leaving this resort and we're leaving California. We're heading out first thing tomorrow morning. We've got a long itinerary kind of loose ended, but we do know that we want to hit some pretty notable national parks. So we'll see what happens. Well, the journey has begun. We drove about 10 and a half hours last night, 12-hour day total, and I believe he found this spot on Campendium. It's a really nice place to wake up to. We are currently parked in Oregon, but that is Washington. So we'll be crossing the border into Washington very quickly after we take off this morning and make our way up towards Glacier.
Well, next little update. Since Oregon, we left that morning and we just booked it straight up to Montana. We're at Glacier National Park.
This is McDonald Lake. We've been camping at Apgar Campground, which is one of the few campgrounds that are open year-round. It's primitive camping, so there's no water, no power. They do have vault toilets and trash, which is nice, but there's not much open here right now because it's April.
Pretty much all of the park is closed. The west side of the park, which we're on, you basically have Apgar Campground and then Lake McDonald, which over there are some pretty big mountains, but they're socked in with some clouds right now. We got a little bit of a window of looking at them yesterday, and hopefully we'll get some more today. But we've just been here for the past couple days, resting after like 20-something hours of driving, and I think we're actually gonna carry on today. We have a guest joining us for a week coming up soon, so we have to drive to our next destination to go pick that guest up. And we're gonna start our road trip down from Glacier to Jackson, Wyoming, either later today or tomorrow morning.
A lot of people advise obviously not coming right now since most of the park is closed, but there has been no one here. There are a few campers in Apgar, but like every time we come out, we came out for the stars last night, unbelievable, no one out here. Came out for sunrise, no one out here. It's just been so peaceful, and we know we'll be back to explore more of the park.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah.
So far, Glacier Park's a very pretty place. the road, decided just to head out and start making our way toward Jackson, Wyoming, just trying to get as much ground covered, because the campsite that we're trying to go to in the Jackson area, I'm not very confident in what the conditions of it will be. So I wanted to get there early today, early enough that I can make a new plan if that does fall through. We found like a little campground on a lake somewhere in the middle of Montana, just like northwest of Yellowstone. Now we're kind of running just parallel with Yellowstone. Fingers crossed, we'll keep you updated on how this goes for us. It's fine. Quick little pit stop, like an hour from our potential campsite. Just getting the dump in the water taken care of first.
Take the next right.
Stop it.
Road 30,310.
Well, we'll see how far we
for
can
three
get.
quarters of a mile.
Exactly. But I'm pretty sure anywhere on this road, we also can camp.
Okay. Look at this view. So we thought there was a 0% chance
Everywhere
that
that we've been driving, we've been seeing snowbanks about that size for this to turn off the right side of the road, and for some reason this road was plowed. And this isn't like a celebration because it's so muddy and we don't know if we can get to the actual campsite. And then
yeah, this is
we
preemptive.
still got 1.1 miles up to get there, and it's very muddy. We'll figure it out.
The Tetons.
Well, some good news. That spot that we were unsure of if we were going to be able to make it, for some crazy reason, it happened to be plowed. Although it was a muddy trip, we made it up. Just coming out of the conveniently placed pit toilets, figured we might as well use those instead of our own tanks. Yeah, let me come over here and show you guys a view that we're working with. So, I don't know how I forgot to mention in the past couple clips, but on our way out of Glacier National Park heading south, we had pulled over on like this pretty lake between some mountains, and I decided to fly the drone for the first time of the trip, and I got a little lackadaisical. I got a little too comfortable, and I was looking up, and next thing I know, I was flying the drone straight into water. Somehow I noticed it last second, shot it straight back up in the air. Yeah, and it was flying absolutely terribly, but got it back to shore, immediately put it in this bag of rice, and it's been in there for the past like 30 hours. And honestly, it feels very dry. There was some liquid in the lens. It's not there anymore, so...
It's not?
No, it's not. So fingers crossed, we're going to test fly and see if it actually will run anymore. Fingers crossed. So at first it was saying a power error and it wasn't going to work, so I thought we were doomed. I changed out a battery, which I know is pretty self-explanatory, but the battery didn't seem wet when it came back, so I thought it was fine. And now it's working. It's right there. It is kind of flying how it wants to a little bit, but maybe it'll kind of work itself out as it goes. But that's crazy. I thought that drone was a goner. Very lucky. See ya. Well, I go down as the biggest idiot ever as I'm flying. I'm talking to Camille and I crashed into a tree up this hill. She's back there laughing at me. We'll see.
The drone worked, and then he flew it into a tree. So now he's going to look for it. Oh my god.
It's just over that. It feels further than it is. Here it is. Ready to fly again. I mean, cats have 9 lives. How many do drones have? This is number 2. Very stupid of me. I should have just brought the board up here. More enjoyable descent than this. Down we go with hands full. You got it. All the way up there somewhere. Made it back with the drone, but landed in snow. So back in the rice it goes. Good thing we really didn't empty the bag much. This time I'm gonna put the battery in there.
Update?
The drone is flying with a broken propeller. So survives a lake, survives a tree and snow. These things are indestructible. I'm gonna go for this mountain range next. Crash right into it. We'll see if it survives.
No. Stop talking. Well, we are on the way to the airport to pick up our special guest. And he is flying into Jackson Hole Airport, right? Is that what it's? JAC, which is, fun fact, the only airport in the US that is inside of a national park. We get a whole week with him, so.